Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's your old pal Mr. Butter coming back at you, and today I want to get into a dope pair of kicks. I wasn't able to hit for these on the sneakers app, but fortunately for us, my good buddy Silent Z came through with a W. He lent me his pair so that I could make this review for everybody. So thank you, Silent Z. Good looking out. I knew that I wanted this pair, but I didn't realize how nice looking they are until I saw them in hand. And once again, it's just a new look on a retro silhouette. In my own head, I'm thinking, am I going to get these in my size or not? But anyhow, I want to get into the Muslin Jordan 3s. If you're into kicks and you feel like hanging out, then hit that subscribe button. Let's look at these Jordan 3s in the Muslin colorway. Okay, so like always, we'll start by looking at the box, and even whenever I saw this box, it made me want the shoes more. I like this cream and then tan color down the side. For 3s here recently, we've been getting boxes that kind of represent the color of the shoe, but typically it's just the color over on this side, and then on the smaller side, we've been seeing that like elephant print or whatever. But I think this box is dope looking. I think it's real clean. I really like the colors, and that red Jumpman really pops off of it. The tag reads Air Jordan 3 Retro SE. So this is a special edition, which I don't know how they determine that at the Jordan brand, but I really thought the Jade Horizon 5s would say SE, but it didn't. But anyhow, the colors are listed as Muslin University Red. And this is a size 13. I think they were $200 on the sneakers app. And at the time I'm shooting this, I don't think resale is too crazy on them either. And then enough of that box talk. Look at these things. Man, these are sharp looking. I didn't realize how much of an L it was until I saw his pair in hand, but these colors just look nice and classy on this retro silhouette, and the cream and the gray just really goes well, and it really makes that red pop, and I really like it. I'm typically not a huge fan of like this canvas type material, and I guess that in and of itself is the Muslin. Like, I just thought it was a color, but apparently it's a color that describes this fabric that is the upper, and that fabric is called Muslin, and it's like an old fabric that was used way back when, and it's just known for being like durable and holding up for a long time and that sort of thing. But it's got a real nice color to it. That's a real nice shade of like cream. And like I mentioned before, I just think this gray and the little bit of university red, it really pops off of there. I think these things are so beautiful. It did come with like cream colored laces already in the shoe, but they gave us a spare pair of flat laces that are like the gray color of the suede. And I think that's a nice touch. I always like being able to switch it up. This is another pair that I don't think pictures really did them justice. I think these things look so good. And this is a pair that you just immediately notice, you know? Sometimes I'm not real sure about a shoe, but then once you see it in hand, it just really, it kind of surprises you and makes you do a double take just because they came out really nice. And that's how I feel about these. I think the more people see them, the more these are going to be sought after here in the time to come. And again, it's just such a new look on such a classic silhouette. You really can't go wrong with them. Perfect time to be releasing them with spring coming up too. But it's got a really classic looking outsole, the pivot point in the front, Jordan branding in the back, and it looks nice. It looks really retro, like it might have existed before, but this is a new colorway, at least on the 3, and it wears it well. Even the outsole, I think, looks really dope. But you can see the majority of it is this gray color. We've got some cream hits here, towards the midfoot, and it's got that University Red Jordan branding, and then the University Red pivot points up here to the front, and it just came out really nice. Looks really good. And then wrapping up, you can see the perimeter, that gray color meets bright white foam. It's like painted bright white. And there's a good look at the visible air unit. And for the most part, that's painted bright white, but back here towards the back, it's painted in that tan or muslin color. And it looks nice and clean. But the paint's pretty neat. It's real straight lines and everything. It's not all bubbled up. But then coming up from the midsole and this rubber material, here on the mudguard, this overlay, it's just a real nice, it's like a grayish blue color. But it's nice quality, it's a thick cut, and it feels really nice. It's nice and soft. I really like this material, but you have that here on this little mudguard, and then on the heel here in the back. And I also like the shape of it. I like how it's low and how it doesn't like come up real high. The whole shoe just stays pretty low. The toe box is nice and streamlined looking, so it's just like a gradual slope going up the shoe. Underneath that gray suede, we just have nothing but that muslin material here on the upper, and it just looks really, really nice. It looks really, really clean. I don't know how easy it'll be to keep these clean, but for the time being, fresh out of the box, they look really, really nice. But then, along with having all this muslin on the upper, we also get it on the tongue here. And on the tongue, it's got all these tiny little perforations, as well as up here near the eye stays, moving up the shoe, and then up here around the collar. And I really like the color of cream for this heel tab. It just kind of matches the painted foam area, which is just a little bit darker than what the fabric is on the upper. Down here at the base of the eye stays, we have some red plastic hits in that University Red, and then here these eyelets are that darker cream color as we move up the shoe to match the heel tab, and then this painted area down here. As you get to the top eyelets, it's this gray color that matches the suede on the front, and then the suede on the back, and that also matches this sock liner, which I like. I like having a darker sock liner because it's more forgiving, won't stain as much. But then on the back of the tongue, you can see it's this University Red color, just like the Jumpman stitched there on the front of the tongue. I think these are really, really good looking shoes, and I wouldn't mind having them in my size. Let me know what you think.